taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You are not as tough
We will march into the night. Let the fear sink in their eyes. We will roar our battle cries. The oath we shall carry strong. Rally up the swords and shields. Fight until the blood is fields. For the honor high decree. The heavens is on our side. March into the night. Let the fear sink in their eyes. We will roar our battle cries. The oath we shall carry strong.
Taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take a new song. And you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are have-nots.
You are not as tough as
I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got heart, I'm ready to change. Scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are have-nots.
you are not as tough as
Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are have-nots, who are not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are have-nots, who are not as tough as me. taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch.
It's tough film.
I'm sick of all the bad.
Mass crusaders working overtime, fighting crime, fighting crime. Secret raiders who will neutralize soon as they arrive. Tracker's gonna lead the mission. Expect from Scott's a supervision. Mass with some mighty power that can save the day. Mass, no one knows what lies behind the masquerade. Mass, always riding on a venom's trail. Come see the laser rays fly away. Vicious venom, organizing crime, masterminds, mastermind. Illusion is the ultimate weapon. Mass can use it right every time, anytime. Tracker's gonna lead the mission. Expect from Scott's a supervision. Mass with the mighty power that can save the day. Mass, no one knows what lies behind the masquerade. Mass, always riding on a venom's trail. Come see the laser rays fly away.
Pure speculation, just an educated guess, I'd say that man is alive.
My name is Montgomery Chester Williams. My friends call me Monty. Well, they would if I had any. You know, if the universe has taught me anything, it's what others refuse to admit. In the animal kingdom, the largest predator rules it all.
What is that?
It's a baby.
Baby?
My baby.
Your baby?
It's like, would you like to hold it?
But yeah, sure.
And you can buy it too for $18.37.
What?
And you can buy my baby too at Amazon.com. White Scar, Trials of Black Shemad. In the book, the self-appointed savior of the world, Black Shemad, has Hampton Academy on lockdown. No one can get in and no one can get out. It's up to the two main protagonists, White Scar and Twinkle, to liberate everyone from his clutches. Find out what happens when you purchase a copy on Amazon.com today.
Should have known. You've been single for 23 years.
Yep.
Holy crap. Did you see that stuff? Hello, Diana. Hey. Wake up.
Hello. I'm sorry.
Did you see that stuff?
I had, you know what? Can you hear me?
What? Yeah, I can hear you.
I didn't realize I was saying hello like 100 times, but I didn't realize I was still on mute.
Check out the new features. They got a few new layouts in here.
You what?
See the new layouts?
Where?
Look at the screen, right?
Yeah.
See how the windows are changing shape? All right, so this is...
Oh, yeah.
Watch this one is interesting. So we can now go full screen on a share.
Uh-huh.
We can add our little heads at the bottom or on the side outside the image. But this way, the image is still huge.
Hmm.
Or you can do this or this now. That's interesting.
Is that a new feature that you just found or something that we...
Yeah, no. Tonight's been a total screw up. That was all by accident.
Oh.
I put you in the stream and all of a sudden you were the only one on. The preview stopped and everything.
Oh my God. That's scary.
So Terry's got a great idea and we should think about this. But let me see if I can find... He started it right about Wait. There. And then he added this. That is kind of a cool name, man. I can totally buy into it.
Yeah.
So I want to apologize for the pre-show. There was I don't know what happened in the editing, but there was some weird stuff going on there. So I jumped through a few things. I'm planning on redoing a lot of the videos and hopefully getting some new videos from other people and making some new videos.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we made it through the pre-show nonetheless. So I want to talk real briefly. I had a conversation with someone who is, so let me put it this way. I talked to the guy mostly through text messages and stuff, but I have met him live in person. I've been to his house. We're friends on that level. But I wrote him and I said, I need a friend who can be an a-hole. And I think you could do it. And so I really wanted to know what was going on with my books. Why aren't they taking off the way I want to?
Right.
And he specifically pointed out the weird characters that I tend to work with, like Cyclopean is a hard concept to sell people, even though we know that kids respond well to him. He's not something that adults are necessarily ready to shell out $1 for, or $10 for, or whatever we're asking, right?
Right.
So that was really cool. He reassured me that my work is good. It's just basically the character. But one thing he said, and I'm not saying his name because I'm saying things that like he may not want public.
Right.
But it seems like the indie comic market and maybe the comic market in general,
right,
is all about TNA.
Mm-hmm.
You know what TNA is? It's not total nonstop action.
I do know what TNA is. Yeah. We talked about it, so I know, but I do know
we did, but I want to talk about it on video because I think that it's just a topic that I want to touch on because Hero Shack, while we have a little TNA, it's not a TNA based company. It's not a TNA, and our titles aren't based on that. But I don't understand. I want to make it clear that we are about comic books, about heroes. Whether they have powers or whether it's their personalities, the stories that we try to tell are always going to try to be heroic, even though Cluster Fudge might speak a little against that. There is an ending coming to that story that hopefully will be redeeming, at least for the spirit. But I think it's important because like in the description for the video, I said I really want to talk about how all the effed up things in Comicsgate, but we would probably read the troll book. And I really don't want to go through all that stuff, but I think there's like a disconnect, at least for myself. And if it's for me, it's likely for others as well, where like I feel like part of the industry or part of the community, however you want to identify it, has either left me or I've left them. I don't know which way it is, because my comics from the 80s and the 90s had just as much TNA, but they weren't TNA based, if that makes sense.
Right.
There were some, I mean, like sometimes the X-Men would run, with some really hotties when Jim Lee was drawing them. But when I was really into it back in the 80s, before there was a Jim Lee, it really wasn't that racy. There was just a hint of it.
Right.
And that's really my core. So like, it's something that I think we need to be conscious of. And I want anybody who watches this video or who's interested in what we're doing to know that we do make some mature titles. We're very clear when we have a mature title, but our goal is to even tell good stories in there where there's a heroic theme. It's not just about like, okay, I'll be blunt. If I want porn, I'll go rent a video or something, right? I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to pick up a comic. That's not where I would go for that. And
there are people that will go for that, and so that's another whole market. I mean,
right? But I'm saying I can't connect with that. I spiritually and emotionally and mentally, I don't connect well with that.
Right. Right. No, and I get that.
It's almost like I feel like maybe I'm getting old man syndrome, but I feel like I'm disconnected from a whole generation of comic readers.
Right. Well, they're different for sure. I mean, what is our targeted audience? What is it?
My target audience is the comic book reader. Now I know that marketing wants to hear 8 to 12, 12 to 15.
Yeah, you need to play the games.
No. This is my problem, okay?
I know. Here we go.
Let me explain this. My problem is I'm not writing to an age group. I'm writing to a soul, to a spirit, to a person who's, looking for some hero to rise above to inspire them. And I love that about the comic books that I read and the comic books that I enjoy today.
Right.
If there's a hero in it, I'll mark out for him. I'll accept the craziest stories in the world if the guy is heroic, or the girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of sick of that too, because I love female heroes when they're not like, total witches.
So let's get back to, like, I know targeting a specific market, you write for that market. You're writing to a comic book spirit. Is that what I heard you say, or am I?
Yes, I'm writing to the people whose hearts yearn for a heroic adventure. Okay. I'm not writing, to tantalize the genitals and to excite the passion of love. I'm not that kind of guy, and I feel like maybe I'm missing like the biggest market out there because of that.
Well, I just think, can I join the video?
Yes, the link should be in the description for the StreamYard, but let me do something about putting it in the chat too.
Part of the marketing of the fabulous books that you want to read, or you want people to read, we don't have like a specific group. You're like an all ages, everybody's group, right?
Well, not always. Sometimes.
Well, except for except for what's the name of it? What's his name? Cluster Fudge.
Right. Cluster Fudge is definitely mature.
Except for that book, I'd say even the Trolls wasn't as adult oriented as that book.
Yeah, and Cluster Fudge is actually, it's almost like a labor of torture. Like I have to finish it. Diana won't let me not finish it, and I have to end it on an upswing. But the first 2 issues are definitely dark.
But
hey guys, how you doing?
Hey,
good evening, Christopher.
Speaking of target audience, what?
Is that a new picture?
No, that's my actual YouTube channel. For the longest time, it would only let me do my survivalist channel. I don't know why.
Well, I like the glasses, bro.
A Snapchat filter, my aunt-in-law, the person who married my uncle, applied. She said it would look cool, and she was right.
Yes. So I know we're in the middle of a conversation, but I got to ask. Relentless is yours, right?
Relentless?
Yeah, didn't you send me Relentless, a comic picture of a woman?
Well, my OC, my main character, is a woman, yeah?
Yes. What's her name?
Well, her name is Amelia, but her hero name is Oceana.
Okay, wait a minute. Then why did I see... You know what? Reckless Comics is what I was talking about. I misread it and thought it was Relentless.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. I just set that up in case I get banned again, because I'm already on my 8th account now.
Oh my goodness.
I set that up with my brother's phone number specifically for comic books.
There you go. Kind of like what Chris is doing. Keep off the Hero Shack channel.
Right, nothing political on that one at all. Just artwork and comics and shit like that.
Right.
Yep.
Stuff.
That Diana's handling the official Hero Shack channel now.
Not very well.
I love you, Chris. But look, I love you, Chris, but that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I like piss people off on Twitter easily.
Yep.
No, but hey, I wanted to ask a question. Y'all were speaking about target audience and blah 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 blah, right?
Yeah.
So my character is going to be a mid-20s Navy veteran girl, right? Like, you've seen the character. She's fucking hot.
Yep.
But mid-20s Navy veteran. She has PTSD and mental health issues because, you know, veterans' stories with that are always better than ones without.
Right.
But there's not going to be any sexually explicit content. Nope, not even any cursing. But there is going to be graphic human sacrifices.
Yes.
But what's her attitude as a character? Is she?
Her attitude is, because of her PTSD and her trauma, she just wants to run away from all of the problems that aren't technically her responsibility to deal with, right?
Mm-hmm.
But because, one, she has a moral code, even though she hates it, and two, like, literally in the story, God himself is propelling her forward to an extent.
Interesting.
She can't ignore the problems in front of her.
Hi, Tim.
Hey, Tim. Hey, Mighty.
Because keep in mind, in this storyline, the heroes either get their power from God himself, or they're not endorsed by God, at which point, yeah, stuff can go even harder for them.
Yeah. Oh, hey, the question I've always asked myself is, can God take something that isn't from him and make it, and then change it to where it...
Well, nothing in the universe isn't from him.
Right.
Like, well, let's say something was created from science, though.
Yeah.
Well, God created science, though.
Real quick, I'm going to quote, I can't remember his name, but he's like the 5th or the 6th Pope. But the study of science is the study of the natural world. The natural world is the world of God's creation, and therefore science is the study of God's creation. And there is no more holy thing than to study God himself.
Touche.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of scientists nowadays have taken science and perverted it and made it something that it's not supposed to be.
Well, I wouldn't say that, considering something like 85% of Nobel Prize winners are Christians.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a lot in general, because science has become, in a sense, political, and thus, you know, it's getting it's getting grant, and you'll lie to get the grants and stuff like that about stuff that's not true.
No, there is some truth to that, and I would say that we need to find a way to get government out of science without getting the money out of it. Which is a hard thing to do.
I've kind of come to a crossroads myself about, like, promoting a comic book and whatnot. There's some things I'm trying to cut out, but some people don't seem to understand, like negativity and just hate. Well, we hate that guy for, and it's just like, it's.
Look, if somebody's a total derpy son of a bitch, I understand. But if it's just some petty, like, he didn't promote me bullshit, screw off.
Well, I mean, like, just negativity after a while it just drains you, right? You know? And it's
the problem
well, hold on. You can, like, not like somebody, but not hate them. Like I don't hate so-and-so. I don't like so-and-so, but I don't hate him.
So what are you trying to get at? I'm confused.
Okay, so there's this guy, Captain Finity, right? And he's been for whatever reason, he's been taking little pot shots at me. and I decided,
Okay.
well, I could go negative, right?
Yeah.
Or I could go the opposite way and go positive and hope he has an excellent campaign and
Right.
much success, right?
Yeah.
Instead of the opposite,
Like,
which is
I'm not promoting you, but I hope for the best.
Right.
exactly,
Right.
exactly, and somehow a certain Bostonian thinks that I'm somehow friends with him because I don't hate him, and that's
Oh God,
And
that's less. That's less than fucking.
This is
What's the
high
word?
school stuff. So are
Well,
we
yes.
going to like
It's
Yeah.
so junior
make
high.
comics
It's
and like be
down to, though.
mature writers?
Yeah, but what it
and,
really
you know,
comes down to is
readers?
everybody gets on their little crusades. Like, if I look at my personal files, I literally have like 3 people online that, like, I won't say I hate them, but like, yes, I don't like them at all. And it's only because of God that I don't like do some of that bullshit where they go, you know what, guys, I saw you talking to that dude I hate, so you must be his friend. So,
You must be
you know
his
what I mean?
pal.
Like, it's
Right, and so I told this certain person, I said, you don't forgive people for their sake, you forgive people for your own sake. Because
I wouldn't even.
if you hold
I
on to that
wouldn't even-
negative,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
if you hold on to that, hold on. If you hold on to that negativity, it's just gonna just eat you alive inside, and you're gonna become a very negative, hateful person.
Exactly.
Amen, brother.
And
No, that's
Go ahead.
and wait, guys! It takes way more energy to remain angry and vindictive over our enemies. It's so much easier just to like love them from afar, let them go, wish the best, but please don't. I don't want to in my life, Christopher. I hear you laughing.
Exactly over here.
Real quick,
So
may
listen,
I put in
I
some?
want to throw. Hang on, I got to throw one thing out there, okay? There is such a
I've
thing as
loved it.
righteous anger. There are evil people out there. I agree with all of you guys. The thing is, if you've got a righteous anger, you've got to be able to turn to God and get rid of some of that stress about it, or else everything you just said is going to happen. Like, so like lately I've been running a little thing in the promo, convict related madness. I get a little humor out of it.
That's just funny.
That's as far as it goes. Like, but I mean, like,
yeah.
and I know that the people who might get that joke and not like it as much will never see it because they don't pay any attention to me. So I'm like, you know what? I get a little thrill out of it. It would become a problem though if I was like watching the streams every day and going in with aliases and effing with them, and you know what I mean? Like, when you get sick like that, then you got to go.
So what?
Oh, God,
basically,
please.
what Chris is trying to say is, look, I've grown.
No, I'm trying to say, like, you can have a righteous anger. Like, right now, I would say I hold something for Pops because he really does do some stuff I just don't agree with.
Right.
But like, it's not something that I'm going to allow to become what Tim's talking about, where like you let it become.
It's not worth it.
Like,
Yeah,
dating,
where
know
you
what he's
let it
talking
ruin
about.
your life.
And there are people who do that. There are people who let it run their lives, and it's like, holy shit, it's negative. You are right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
like-
going.
Sorry.
Hey, I was going to say. Oh, go ahead, boss.
I
This
was
is
going.
fun.
I was going.
Please, you guys. Oh my God, let Rick talk.
Wait, you know what, Rick? Say I was going, and then we'll all like say something after you, and we'll get back and see if we're anywhere near your thoughts.
No. I was gonna say, sort of to something Timothy said about somebody saying that they're thinking that you're friends with them. To somebody who says that, you say, so what if they're my friend? I choose who's my friend or whatever. Doesn't mean I can't be friends with you.
Well,
And if you don't like it, you can go suck a lemon.
Well, also, I would say not even that far. I would say that my experience with a person is never going to be the same as yours. And if you are right about the person, in the end, I will learn that lesson. But until I experience it, I think there might be a misunderstanding, miscommunication, or something. I'm not working in bad faith. I'm working in good faith and hoping for the best.
Yeah, well, there's that. But even if they are the a-hole that they're trying to say they are, you can still choose to be friends with them and try and be a positive influence on them, whether
you know
you
what's
are or
funny?
not.
I went
This
through this with
person
a
in
guy
question-
on Twitter the other day about Comicsgate because he was on me because I was like talking like there's some negative shit in Comicsgate, and I was like, but they're
I'll be
not
back,
all
guys.
bad.
Okay.
They're not all bad, and if you close them off, you can never reconcile. Like if you look at any of the guys in Comicsgate and you say, you know what, that's it, you're done for life. I'm never going to talk to you again. If that guy comes around and turns into a great guy, or if you change your mind but you're still stubborn, you're not going to be able to like communicate with that dude. It's just stupid. It's like a burnt bridge that can't be rebuilt.
Well, heck, there is somebody in the community that 3 or 4 years ago, I could have easily taken some stuff that was done to me, and I feel wrongly, and pushed the person out of my life, and I didn't because I felt the person was my friend. Yeah, sure, I felt they messed me over, to say it nicely. I don't want to go into details, but I kept being that person's friend, and because that, it's greatly helped me overall. And if I would have done that, I would have screwed myself over.
Yeah, exactly.
You never know.
Hey, you know what? I have screwed myself over like that in the past. So Diana might be right. I might be saying I just grew a little, but I have burnt bridges in the past.
Yes, you do. I don't. He does, and I don't, which makes it very precarious in our relationship because I don't burn bridges with anybody. I'll talk to anyone. I always give people a second chance, third chance. Chris typically doesn't. So that makes for our relationship quite.
That's actually not entirely true, but it takes a lot for me to get to, like, if you push me 20 feet to the left, it takes me 30 feet to the right to stop like being antagonistic. Like I have to swing back the other way before I tend to get rid of it. You're right. I have to see, if someone steals from me every day and they say they're sorry and then they stop, I have to see them not do it for a while. You know what I'm saying?
More than that, if I'm negative too long, or that's all I have, my focus is I'm angry at this person, I become somebody I don't like.
Exactly. Exactly.
And like for instance,
I'm
what's her
back.
name? Hold on, Amanda.
Oh,
she
okay.
gave me a fair but harsh review on my campaign, and I got kind of salty about that.
Right.
She's not a bad person. I just you
Salty,
take it personal.
just like
No, but I get it. I know what
Oh,
Ken's
geez.
saying because it still hurts. It
Right,
hurts.
but
But you
I realized
you can't.
hold on. I realized I was being a jackass.
You donkey.
Exactly.
Well, that's good. Then.
And so I apologize because it just, again, something negative made me feel negative, and I became a person I didn't like.
Right.
Hey, wait, real quick. I do kind of need an answer to my question because I am confused still.
Dear God. So, just for the sake of conversation, repeat the question so people can chime in.
Give me 20 seconds. I'm walking to my truck. It's going to get really loud, so I'm going to mute myself.
You've got 10.
Oh my word. I think he was asking about.
No. Do you hear all that background sound? That's why I'm muting myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
10-4.
I was just teasing by saying you got 10 seconds.
All right. All should be good right now. How does that sound, guys?
All right.
All right. So my question that I said earlier was, so my comic book character, my comic book story, it'll probably be another year before it comes out, honest truth.
Right.
But
I'll be right back. I actually have to go take care of it.
Because I'm not the artist.
Yeah.
So I got to work with other people's time constraints.
Exactly.
And the artist who I have, I fucking love her art.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking love it. Strawberry Narwhal, Unvarnished Void on Twitter.
Right.
Look her up. Her artwork is fucking gorgeous.
Actually, I think she blocked me or something. I think I pissed her off.
No. She muted you because you said something silly to her.
I don't even remember what it was about. I say a lot. Why?
Yes,
funny.
you
know
should
what I'm
approach
talking
her and
about.
be her friend.
Was it a trans issue?
Oh God, yeah, it was. The only reason
It
she
was the
didn't.
guy. It was the guy that was in the Starbucks, right?
No.
right.
Maybe.
Wait.
No, it was. Now I'll say this much: I do have a bit of privilege in that area, in that I've known Narwhal for like 6 years.
Right.
Right.
So she's willing to put up with a lot more, like, nah, fuck you, you're wrong, from me than she is from you.
That's fine. Well, I feel bad if I offended her, but like I probably wouldn't apologize because I probably felt like I was right. You know me, I'm kind of dickish.
Well, I'll say this much: I will apologize for having done things in a way that offended people, but I will not apologize for the opinion.
Right. That's kind of what I'm saying. Yeah. It's like I didn't mean
But
to, like,
go look into Unvarnished Void. Go look into, and like you've seen it. I argue with her all the fucking time. She's still my friend.
Right.
So she's not unreasonable. But go look at her artwork. Fucking, she embodies this style that is undeniably girly, no matter what she does.
Huh.
And like straight up, you look at her artwork, and no matter what she tries to do, you can tell it was done by a girl.
Oh shit! Did I say something about her art?
No, don't worry. Plus, if you did see her art, you would only have compliments for it. Trust me.
I think I have because I think I liked her stuff.
What's her
Probably
name?
have. Her stuff's fucking great. Unvarnished Void.
Okay, but how about we get to Rucker's question?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Yes.
So my story with my character, female character, veteran of the Navy, riddled with PTSD and mental instability because of that. She grew up with a single mother, purely because her father got struck by lightning and died. Her mother wasn't a hoe.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's not going to be any sexually explicit shit. No titties falling out. None of that stuff. There isn't going to be any foul language. I think I've written more than half of it already, and I say more than half because I keep redoing it, honest truth. You know how writing works.
Yep.
Right? And I have yet to put a single curse word in it, even though there's, even though, like, it would make sense. Okay, not a single curse word above the age of 15, I should say.
Right.
And, but there is going to be, like, graphic satanic sacrifices.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind, my story is literally about, quote, like, it's a superhero re-envisioning of the prophets, essentially, where you ever read the Bible, the prophets always had miserable damn lives. They were not happy people.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I do not understand this prosperity doctrine that idiots come up with. Like, no. Look at the lives of prophets. Every one of them was miserable. Half of them were beaten half to death by their fellow villagers.
Right.
Well,
The other half,
unfortunately, people take a few words of Jesus out of context
Yeah.
for the prosperity gospel.
yeah, fair enough. But, like, in this character, like, and so for the first comic, for example, the villain is actually a fellow veteran that served on the same battleship she did.
Yeah.
And she is physically unharmed because she's blessed by God. But mentally, obviously, she's as traumatized as you can possibly get.
Okay.
So,
Right?
would you maybe describe her as a bit of a badass?
She is a total bat. No, God, no. Fuck, this woman is crippled. Not physically, but mentally, she is crippled. Jesus.
Okay. So you have
This
a
woman-
woman, a character that is blessed by God, but has a significant mental health issues, right?
Oh, yeah. No, mentally speaking, this woman is absolutely crippled. She has no ability to move forward in the world responsibly.
Right.
But she damn well better, or else she's going to die and God's going to fucking be mad at her.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you for a target audience, maybe it's like the bad girl. I know she's a good girl, but bad girl audience, like Catwoman, Black Cat,
Well,
maybe Black Widow.
No, I would agree with you on the physical part of it, but when it comes to the mental things, this is kind of a character study in female mental illness.
Yeah.
Honest truth.
Yeah, but it's she's somebody that would tell somebody late. You tell me whether this. She's gonna tell people like it is and no uncertain terms, or like
Depends on who it is. If it's somebody she's attached to. All right, so spoiler alert for however many people are watching this.
Two. No.
The villain. Oh, fair enough.
I joke. I
The
don't know.
villain-
There's two. I don't got it up.
The villain in the first story is actually somebody that helped her on the battleship that she was on when she was in the Navy, right?
Okay.
And the villain is somebody who literally came out of the same accident she did with only their arm left attached to them.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh boy.
And right. No, she was mentally impaired by this accident. He was physically impaired.
Okay.
And the villain literally turns to Satan to regain power because he just can't handle being disabled. Like the dude mentally
So he
can't handle it.
basically sells his soul to Satan to regain whatever.
While also doing satanic sacrifices to his fellow veterans who were on the ship with him.
Okay. So you've combined veterans, mental health, and satanic activity in this comic of yours.
As well as a blessing from God.
And of course, the blessing for
Right.
So,
It's basically a superhero story using Christian ideas as the excuse for the superpowers and a background of veteran.
all right. So what age? What is your targeted audience? That was your initial.
Right. I don't know. That's the other thing. Like,
who do you feel like you're writing to? Like, you are the author, you are the writer. Who do you think? Like, I know the story that I'm working on, the short story that I'm working on is probably for young girls and up, definitely probably more the female audience than males just because of the content. So
well, maybe, but also
but you have so many
female
other
writing. Well, here's the thing about this. Books and entertainment that are targeted towards young women tend to be kind of a power fantasy.
Yep.
With a lack of character study, and I'm not insulting female targeted entertainment. It's just that for some reason, character study seems to be something more targeted towards nerdy males than it is towards females.
Mm-hmm.
But this does have an element of female power fantasy to it because physically she's unmatched. Like, she's like physically she's on the scale of an MMA.
Just listening to you sort of describe your work in progress, I would think that it's more along the lines of a mature audience, male or female, probably, the older, like teen, like 18 and over, just because of the satanic content, even though, because you're saying that that's the most explicit part of your story, is the...
Oh, yeah, no, it's gonna look like some Hellraiser shit.
Okay, so I would definitely, if you're looking for a targeted audience, I would say, definitely adult, mature audience. I don't know about anybody else, but that's what I would go with.
So it would be like a young adult novel then.
Yeah.
It sounds a little superhero horror.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and keep in mind at one point, probably the second or third comic, I'm going to have God himself choke her out.
Okay.
Well, there's gonna. At one point, she tries to turn against it, and guess what? You can't do that. I guess not an
I can
option.
tell you this much: this book is going to be an 18+ book because of the situations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not
Well,
going to be a young adult.
also, the first book is a murder mystery.
Mm-hmm.
And specifically, somebody seems to be, somebody, quote unquote, drawing a satanic pentagram through the city through these sacrifices. And at the center of it needs to sacrifice the virgin, you know, Amelia, Oceana.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is that she's blinded by her guilt, because specifically she has survivor's guilt, being the only person that came out of a military accident without any injuries.
Right.
And it blinds her to who the real villain is, even though it will be fucking obvious. The question is like, why the hell did you miss this? And it's like, well, she's riddled with mental health issues and survivor's guilt. You ever dealt with a veteran with survivor's guilt? That shit's brutal.
Yeah, I can believe it. I haven't dealt with anybody with that, but I can, you know.
I have twice. It's fucking awful. Jesus, fuck. Like, what do you say to these fuckers? At least you're alive, even though everybody you knew and loved as an 18-year-old is dead.
Yeah.
Like, what do you say?
You don't say much.
Fuck no. There's few things in the world you can say to those people.
Mm. Yeah, that's true.
And that's her place, unfortunately. She has survivor's guilt, and she's totally unharmed. Oh, and specifically the blessing she gets comes in the form of slight physical enhancement, but specifically water powers.
Well, I wouldn't have been able to figure that out with a name like Oceana.
Well, fair enough. Oh my God. Real quick, Chris, pull up the picture again like you did with the screenshot.
Hang on a second. I'm looking at this strawberry chick. I don't remember what happened.
It was some retarded gender tranny nonsense.
Well, remember, I'm autistic, so now I'm going to look until I find it to see if I was fucking really bad. Hang on. I can find it. Hang on. I'm talking about the picture, not the conversation.
I'll find that for you.
About that one.
No, so do I. I fucking outright said it. That's nonsense schizo shit.
That's the drawing we were looking for, right?
Yes. So you notice on her chest, under the titties, nice titties, I gotta say. Narwhal's good at drawing titties. I'm very sorry for saying that, Diana. I forgot there was a lady here.
You know what? I'm just, yeah, it's okay. I'm glad you guys.
And I would
like
hope so.
the-
She's got some personal experience with them.
So would that be a
Oh,
26?
anyway, you see the swirl on her chest, right?
Yeah.
Under the titties. So, you know how like European symbol, like old native European symbols for water, tend to be the classic swishes. You know, up down swishes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's not true in most places in the world, actually. Most places in the world, and especially the Americas, the symbol for water was a swirl sign, specifically representing the tides and the currents of water. And the reason for that being is Europeans focused on travel over the water, Native American tribals focused on the fish and the resources under the water, right?
Right.
Well, nerd boys will run away from her because it'll remind them of a swirly.
No, I had some dumbass friend of mine. I love this friend of mine to death, but he's a fucking dumbass sometimes. He responded to that by showing the triangle swirl of weird elite pedophiles and being like, "What's up with this?" And it's like, motherfucker, that's a triangle swirl that goes in the opposite direction of this one.
Oh, that's funny.
And it's like, don't get me wrong, there are some weird pedos amongst the elite. But this is clearly not it, motherfucker. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, swirls are one of the most ancient symbols we have.
That's true.
You can literally find swirl symbols on cave paintings that are like 14 to 20,000 years old.
Yeah, you can.
I doubt 20,000 years ago, cavemen were saying "Oonga boonga, elite rich people pedophilia."
Yeah.
What else is new?
But anyway, that's the character. She's Cuban, washed all the way to America. I mean, to Texas by a hurricane.
Right.
Reason I decided to place it in Texas is because that's the state I know, and it's better than all your other states.
It's funny.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm trying to find the interaction I posted between you and Strawberry.
Oh, I'm looking for it. I'm still going down her thing.
But I forgot. Yeah, no, but I forgot how much me and her actually interact, because me and her are actually really good friends.
I'm almost fatigued enough to stop looking. I'm like only in November 7th. My finger's getting cramped.
I got a question for Chris.
Yeah,
Did you read Snowdrift yet?
No, not yet. It's been busy, bro.
Yeah.
I've been trying to do actually that freaking pose. I'm not happy with it at all.
What
the other
pose?
one that I told you I'd do, I'm still playing with it, but the energy keeps falling out of it when I detail it.
Oh, don't worry about it. I use that one cover now. That's well, it's what I'm.
Well, I still want to finish it.
Oh, okay. Well,
you could throw it on as a pinup or something if you want somewhere. You know.
Yeah.
A meme. You could put a meme on it.
No. Okay. No, Chris.
Yeah,
Chris,
man.
you made an assumption, and that's why she muted your ass.
What was my assumption?
You're escalating. I'm guessing you don't like hard work either. ? LOL.
Oh, so she doesn't like. I was trying to be LOL.
Fucking no, motherfucker. That ain't a cover.
I don't even know what we're talking about yet. So I'm taking that and just trying to go. Oh, there's an LOL there. I don't know.
I'm scrolling all the way up.
Starbucks kid.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's which one it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that, but yeah, I don't care if she muted me. I thought that.
No. I think I responded to you with like, look, she does appreciate hard work, but she's too empathetic. She's more empathetic than you and me are.
I do remember you saying that. Yeah. Well, in the service industry, it really is a balls up or get out. At least it was 20 years ago. I'm sure it's even more so now. And like I remember working with people like that kid who was on the phone crying about how hard it was, and we would have just tossed his ass out the back door and thrown him his bag. Go home, son.
My response to that kind of man is like, look, I grew up a fisherman since I was 12 years old. All right, if you had that reaction, no, I shit you not. If you had a reaction like that on a fishing boat, your ass would have literally got beaten to within an inch of your life because you're keeping everyone else from making money.
Yep, it's not a good place to be. And that's how I viewed what he was doing. I'm like, you're sitting in back crying. Well, you're sitting in back
like
crying
a
about
bitch.
it. And then I'm using the proper pronoun, even though I struggle with it. But then he goes, and someone misgendered me. And how do they know? Can't they tell I'm a man with this beard? And I'm like, oh my God, it's a transgender.
You sure fucking acting like a man, buddy.
Exactly. Yeah, that was kind of what I was like feeling. I'm like, you're a transgender. You should be up there, growing a sack and doing your thing. If you're going to be a man, that's not.
You're going to be a man. Man the fuck up.
Right. So,
guess what? Being a man is hard.
If it ever comes up, but it probably won't because she muted me. I'm sorry I offended her with that assumption, though.
No, yeah. She is a brutally hardworking person. She's just more empathetic than she should be, in my opinion.
Well, is she young?
She's older than I am.
Really? Okay.
Only by like 4. She's only older than I am by like 4 or 5 years. So she's barely in her 30s.
That's still kind of young. My kids are kind of really empathetic. I think you need a good 50 years before you really just start going, Yeah, right. Get off the train. I don't care if it's going 80 miles an hour.
Or like me, work on a fishing boat since you were 12 years old and get your ass beat half the time.
Well, see, I didn't do that, so I needed the 50 years. I had a lot of soft years in there. You know, I'm a graphic artist. I'm a computer tech. I did do road work. I did road construction. That was a bitch. And I did some, you know.
Well, you grew up in the time when nerds still had to work.
But everything I worked at was more my mom's influence. Everything I did, and I still do, I do 100%. Like when I go at something, I'm like,
same.
Vicious. You know, if I'm not into it too, you can tell. If I'm doing a job,
dude, I'm moving into a camper just so I can pay for this comic shit.
Oh, brother, that sucks. But I understand. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
well, you guys could have had it worse.
I've seen dead bodies pulled up from crab traps under the bottom of the ocean, buddy.
No, I've seen dead bodies in all shapes and forms.
I have.
Fair enough, I guess.
So you've
I've
all
seen
seen
bodies
dead
really neat in a
people.
casket with their clothes on that were really neat, but they didn't really look like them. They're always all puffed out weird. I hate
Right. Bodies
Well, it's
in
like
open caskets look weird.
It's like this. You get numb to it after you've seen an 18-year-old blown into 16 different pieces.
What are you, a fucking veteran? Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
I was going to guess veteran or live in Detroit.
Oh, fuck. That was funny. I'm sorry. Not to make light of veteran shit, but that was funny.
Well, for him, it's both. No.
Well, like,
wait, do you live in? Wait. Do you live in Detroit?
No, I live in Chicago.
Chicago. Oh.
Yes,
only slightly better.
Hey, what happened to Tim?
Tim left.
He said he was going to be back. You might want to check, see whether he's in the backstage or not.
I'm looking. I don't
Hey,
see him.
but Chris, you should reach out to Narwhal and try to make amends because she is a good person.
I'll do that then. I didn't mean to upset her. And actually, I got to lay off the trans thing because it's not going to change. Like, it's kind of here to stay. The only thing I hope they do adjust is, like, they got to do something to safeguard the kids.
No, for sure. And even fucking most liberals agree with you there.
Right.
And I would say one other thing, like women's sports.
Yeah.
But I'll say this much. With Narwhal,
you have to find women that like women's sports. That's the whole point.
Well, no, what I mean, Mighty Geek, is there's a lot of guys that are saying they're women coming into women's sports and competing and blowing them away, their records and all that, Or
that's one thing. No, that's one thing where like I am hardline. Like, no, you can't change your gender or your sex. Fuck right the hell up. That is some schizophrenic bullshit. Now, in polite conversation with friends of mine that are quote-unquote transgender, I will use their quote-unquote gender pronouns. But if we're discussing...
transgender?
No. God, no. She has a child.
All right.
Dude, she got fucking birthing hips like a fucking SUV.
Well, it's sort of hard to tell with that pot belly of hers.
Kate, no. Narwhal is adorable.
I don't know.
Narwhal really is kind of adorable.
I don't know who they are. Who is that person that you're talking about? We keep bringing up.
Strawberry Narwhal, Unvarnished Void. Look up Unvarnished Void on Twitter and you'll find her.
Unvarnished Void?
Yeah, she got a Pineapple Pizza Man Twitter profile covered in pink right now. And her pinned tweet right now will bring you to her Patreon, which has a handful of free artwork to look at, which is really good.
She also known as
Otherwise-
Strawberry Bitch.
Yep, yeah. Because she made an Elon Musk joke, and a hardcore Elon Musk simp said, "Oh, you should change your name to Strawberry Bitch," and she thought it was a joke, and so
That's
she
right
changed her
with it.
name to that. Right, and then the dude blocked her, which was hilarious because he didn't expect her to like go along with it.
Yeah, she trolled him back.
Click on her. Oh yeah, she does that all the time because, as derpy as she is with some left-wing social issues, she is a centrist. But click on her Patreon link on her pinned tweet and scroll down to the Llama Fairy. It's gorgeous.
This is your artist?
Yep.
You should, maybe Chris can show it, the art.
Here, I'm going to send it to Chris actually on Messenger. I mean on fucking Twitter messages. That's the Llama Fairy, Chris. Can you show it?
You're muted, Chris.
Chris.
Chris, you're
I
muted.
said I just followed her. All right, hang on.
I just sent you in your Twitter messages the Llama Fairy image you did.
Yeah. Oh, I
I see it. It is very pretty.
Go this way. Is it this? Yes. Dun, dun, dun. And now, because of the new layout, I can do this. It makes it a little bigger, but it blocks the
Like-
bottom then.
It does, but scroll in for minute details. She's really good at minute details.
I don't think you can scroll in with Twitter stuff like this.
Hang on, let me see. I might be able to. I'm on a Mac.
I have no
Let's see
idea
it.
what
Wait a minute.
difference that makes.
I know how to do this though. Hang on. Open image,
not-
new tab. And then I'll just okay, I can do it. Hang on. So if
He's
I open it
figured
in another
things
tab,
out because of his Mac wiener.
yeah, man, I'm a geek and a half.
He's a
You're
Mac
real-
daddy.
You're a real wiener there.
So if I scroll down a little bit, you can see the detail in the strokes of the hair. The eyelid is
No,
pretty
she's a
detailed,
great
too. I
fucking
like that.
artist, and you can instantly tell it was done by a girl, can't you?
Well, you know what's sad? Now that I know it's a girl, yes, but if you told me it was like a feministic gentleman, I would probably believe that too. Because I'm so screwed up.
No,
these
but you
days, I
can
don't
tell
know.
there's something girly to it.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
well,
It's definitely got that feminine feel.
The image is definitely girly, but just because the image is girly doesn't mean a guy couldn't have easily drawn it. Depending
Yeah,
on the-
but
She's
if
got-
you were
I
to
bet you the
she's
thing is amazing in
talented.
high res. I can't get close enough.
Well, I'm not
No,
trying to
you
take
can't.
anything away from her talent. I'm just saying.
If you go to my Reckless Comics page, I posted a zoomed in one of the most recent page she finished of the eyes of my main character. And like she did really good. Like you could see the lashes and stuff.
Oh, that's
Oh, she's
good that
definitely
you have
quality.
an artist that you like and you like to work with.
Well,
That's
I wanted an artist that was undeniably girly in her style
right,
because my main character is a girl.
right.
And she's having her issues and her struggle with PTSD, and the issues are not the same for women as they are for men. Even though they're very, very similar, I mean, we are the same fucking species. And
Yeah, but how we deal
best-
with it is different.
well, well, it depends on your culture, how you grew up, your natural genetic disposition. There's a million different things, but
Yeah.
there is a general difference between men and women in how they handle it. Men will try to brute force it. And for a lot of men, brute forcing your mental health issues will work. You know, it's weird, but it's true.
Weird but true.
Yeah. Also, I noticed you're growing your hair out like I have it, Chris.
You're my inspiration, brother.
Looking sexy, baby.
Yeah, man. I have a wife to please, right, honey?
Yeah, that's what we do.
Too much information.
But-
Too much information.
Rick.
He's over there. I'm an innocent boy. Huh?
Well, innocent.
Uh-huh.
Innocent. I am not, but still too much information.
Hey, Chris, what else did you want to talk about tonight?
God, I don't know. There's so much.
Yeah, let's move on from my stuff. We've been on it forever.
I just sent. Okay, so I followed Strawberry and sent her a message saying, "I'm sorry I pissed you off," and she sent me a GIF of Thanos that said, "I don't know who you are." So I just said, well, I'm honored to meet you. I said, "I'm honored to meet you without that burden," and then I told her who I was. So we'll see if she blocks me. But I'm sorry. Didn't mean to.
Wait. Send me. Hey. DM me the StreamYard link. DM me the StreamYard link on Twitter. See if we can get her on here.
You're gonna get me in trouble, man. She's gonna be like,
yes.
I think that's the whole point.
I'm loving it.
But
hang on, I'm talking to her. Hang on. She wants me to try to get you
on our
StreamYard.
live stream.
There's the link. Okay, so I sent her the link. Maybe I should send it to you so you can confirm that it's really me.
Yes. You're a
Like, this is
rando
probably
to her.
weird.
I'm hers. Yes, I'm her friend for the past 6 fucking years.
I mentioned you. I said he wants me to try to get you in here. So, hang on. What's Terry doing, man? Let me
Trying to
pull
show
Terry up.
something. But
No,
go ahead, Terry.
This is just a cover.
Well, that's
This
cool.
is just a cover mock-up
Uh-huh.
done on 11 by 14 poster board.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's awesome.
You do stuff.
You know, I was in a conversation a couple of weeks ago about somebody asking if I knew anybody who did 11 by 14 work, and I couldn't think of anybody. But you're doing
Well,
it.
if you didn't do 11 by 17, 11 by 14 is easy. Besides, once you fold this in half, it's about the same size as your average comic book.
Very cool. Yeah, I haven't really done a paper mock-up of a comic in so long. It would be fun to do just as a refresher, you know?
Yeah. You have to do it every so often.
Yeah, but a little bit earlier to when you first came on about that person that sort of gave you the honest review. Yeah, a lot of people are doing the TNA stuff, and that's fine for them. But look at Archie. Archie doesn't do the whole TNA thing, and they have hundreds and thousands, millions of readers. Although Betty and Veronica and a lot of their good.
You have to understand,
women are-
Archie has a standard. There's a standard that people expect from Archie. That's the whole point.
Yeah, but my point is just more. You don't need TNA to sell comics. You just need
Not
good
really.
stories. You just need good stories. It's just getting the promotion. You haven't. Yeah, you have the target audience of comic book readers, but even among those, you haven't just hit enough people that You've said that when you go to conventions, Cyclopean sells real good, right?
Yep.
Cyclopean's fucking sexy.
So
He isn't hard. It's partially the marketing, but it's also like there's an experience that they go through at the show. There's a
No,
point
the
to
motherfucker
scale,
goes hard visually. He looks dope.
Yeah. But you have to understand one thing, Chris. The average comic reader is over 30.
Right.
Yeah,
Fucking
that's
dork.
part of the problem too, isn't it?
We
Yeah,
get a
but
lot of
see-
kids that like Cyclopean. They think he's very cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, keep an eyeball on people joining the stream, Chris, because she saw my message.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but as you know, like, yeah, the kids buy it. You get the kids to buy it. Who says the parents not going to read it too?
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hook. It's a way in. You know.
Well,
like,
I'd hope the parents read it. For Christ's sakes, know what your children are reading.
Right.
Well,
Unfortunately, a lot of
unfortunately,
them don't anymore.
yeah.
Fair enough.
This is part of the. This is the latest Melvin page I'm inking.
Oh, cool.
You have to draw it in such a way that it catches the parents' attention also.
Yeah.
You got to Shrekify it.
Yeah. I know with like my standee, it's really catching people's attention. Especially how tall it is. And I encourage them to take a picture with it. Here's my book. Hey, I got these stickers if you want them, or take a picture with the life-size Canadian Shield.
Right. Hey, Chris.
Yes.
She just sent me a message saying, "Yeah, I said." I have no idea. Did she send you something?
Yeah, she told me she had no idea who I was. Oh, she said, all right, maybe for a little bit, I'll see. So I just told her, regardless, didn't mean to be such an ass in that conversation. No big deal. I'm just like, I wanted to apologize to her because, I was very emotional about it, but that's one thing. I just get hung up on some of the stupid, arguments on Twitter.
No, you're a hot-blooded motherfucker.
Welcome,
Hello.
Strawberry Narwhal.
Narwhal!
This poor person. She's like, what did I
So let us first say welcome, and your art is exquisite. We love it.
Thank you.
And I am sorry I'm such a dick on Twitter.
And as his wife, I apologize for him, but I can't control it. I've tried. It doesn't work anymore.
Narwhal, how you been?
I'm good.
You don't sound as bubbly as usually. Are you tired? Are you sick? What's up?
I guess tired. It's like 10 o'clock. I worked over today.
Oh, fair enough. No, Chris here was the one I told you about, was a bit hot-blooded during the Starbucks person conversation, remember?
Yeah.
And I don't mean to peer pressure you into anything, so...
You gotta...
But, no, but Chris and his wife... No, Chris and his wife, Diana, both love your artwork, especially Llama Fairy.
It's beautiful.
Oh yeah, I made that for my niece. My aunt had commissioned it, and my aunt passed away. And
oh shit! I didn't know this.
Yeah, I was actually reading that.
That's what it was. So I finished it for her.
That's awesome.
After my aunt had passed away.
That's awesome.
Well, I promise to be more gentle in our conversations if we happen to run into Twitter again. And actually, I just feel bad because I'm like, oh, I didn't mean to be a jerk like that.
He doesn't realize sometimes how he comes off. And I've said this before, on Twitter, it's so easy to just sling words to other, conversations, not know the person and not know the whole story. And, you want to get your opinion out there, but he sometimes can be a little harsh. Even I look at him and just I can't even sometimes with him. I'm like, please just no, stop. But I love him. I have to say that because he'll be all sad.
I would hope you love him. He's your husband.
Yep, he is.
If you don't, there's a problem.
And we are
but real quick, guys. Narwhal.
Yeah.
Let me introduce people for you because she's never met y'all. Chris and Diana here. They run Hero Shack with Cyclopean and a few other that are hardcore R-rated comics.
Yep.
There's Cross Comics, who my friend DarkCon is working with, actually.
I thought you were the reckless one there, and I am Cross Comics, or Rick.
Very cool.
Call me either Cross or Rick. It doesn't matter. Everybody knows my name.
Well, if you want to have fun with it, you can call him Crossy.
That's from a friend of mine, Rebellious Pastry.
This is
wait, real quick. One thing I wanted to do, if I can, Narwhal, is patch up things between you and Chris here, Hero Shack, because you're both great, but Chris is a bit prone to hot-bloodedness, and I did tell him this earlier to his face.
Or to my icon. I think my icon was on at the time.
Well, he said sorry, so look, he already apologized for the way he came off.
I just hope that like we can.
I'm not
like,
going. I'm not gonna like keep kicking somebody in the dick.
You don't.
I also, if you see me getting carried away, Strawberry, don't feel afraid to just like DM me and tell me to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Or
email or text
or
me, get your crazy butt husband to shut up.
Oh no, I hate it when people do that. Yes,
no,
that has happened.
Nobody ever does that anyways.
Yeah, you don't remember when we were called out by Testify and John JDA, and they were going, get your wife on here, get her off, get Diana, get your husband on Twitter.
Like,
but
control him. I'm like, what do you want me to do?
No, recently she, Narwhal, you'll love this. Diana said earlier she had to take over the Hero Shack company Twitter page.
Yeah.
Because Chris is too hot-blooded.
Oh yeah, all it is politics.
It's supposed to be about comics, and I was commentating about everything but comics.
I'm like, Chris, you wonder why people aren't like, just stop, honey. Just make your own little page. And what does he do? He tags Hero Shack. So everything on our page comes up.
Well, I
with
call
his
it
name.
Cheerio Shack.
Wait. Was Narwhal? What was that?
What? Oh, I didn't say anything.
Oh.
Although
I laughed.
Oh.
I was just gonna say, even Chris commenting on his home might not be good because Chris is associated with Hero Shack.
Exactly.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So what I might do is actually get off Twitter because now that the midterms are done, I really don't want to hear the rest of it. I was having fun in the political debates.
Oh God, it was so funny. I'm not gonna lie.
But I think I need a break.
Most
you know
of
what I
us
mean?
were.
I'm so burnt out on all the crap, and it's like, okay, maybe if I take 6 months to a year, I can come back and be quiet.
Yeah, a year.
It's bad, man.
I would just suggest check your DMs maybe once a day.
Well, maybe I can like have him forwarded. I don't know.
I
I'll
don't
have to
think
look
he
at his
could.
photos.
I don't know.
Oh wait, guys.
To do that.
Guys, also Narwhal here.
Yeah.
Am I right, Narwhal? You were working with Science Wizard before, right? Is that project done or almost done? What's going on with that project?
No, I'm doing my own comic, and
What's it about?
and I've written it, but I haven't typed it out.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then
Yeah, what's up with your comic? Can you give us any details? What's up, girl?
I don't know. I guess like you would just look on my Twitter and you could look for it, I think.
You are so active on Twitter. The answer is no.
No, you'd have to search for like the characters because I put out art of them occasionally, but I stopped that because I was going to help you with yours, and then Josh wants me to draw a cover for him.
I've literally been following you for like 6 years. I do not know the name of your characters.
Let's see. I'll like find some art and stuff. 1 second. Or
What's
like
the comic called?
I forgot the name. I have to look for it.
It's your comic. Holy shit.
I had a couple of names decided.
I was going to say it's a work in progress, you guys.
Yeah, it's a
Leave
work
her
in
alone.
progress.
Oh my goodness. I
Although I
understand.
gotta say, real quick, look at her
Oh,
YouTube.
that's the wrong thing.
Look at her character profile for Strawberry Narwhal. Ain't that the most adorable shit you ever seen? Zoom in on that, Chris.
Hang on, I got to get back to the screen. I was on her Patreon. There we go.
Isn't that the cutest thing?
It is very cute.
You got the style, girl.
She does.
You can see why I want her for my girl main character comic.
Right.
Like she's got
You're like pro quality too.
right.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, I do.
Stop feeding her ego. She's gonna charge me more.
She probably should. Only 6 years under the belt.
Well,
I'm
Reckless, that's
guessing
the reason. Oh, sorry. Go
Here,
ahead.
here's one of my posts about it, where I have like the characters.
Reckless, she is giving you a friend discount. So quit complaining.
And
Cállate, silencio.
Reckless, that's reason enough to feed her ego, since he charges you more.
Like I said, Reckless is getting a friend discount. So.
All right. Hang
No,
on,
she actually. You remember Narwhal? Something like 4 or 5 years ago. I had her make some profile pictures for my YouTube channel, and I fucking lost them. And I got no, and I got them back because I uploaded a video unlisted of the artwork at the highest quality I could, in case I ever lost them. And I suddenly remembered that at like 2 in the morning.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I'm gonna switch the presentation to a new tab because
Her characters oscillate ridiculously from adorable to sexy.
Yeah, they're really good.
Those are the two things I like to draw the most.
All right,
No, and sometimes I'm already noticing this in like 3rd page into my comic where I'm like, tone down the sexiness because you can't resist it. You're even making the fat, ugly bitch kind of hot.
People are into that though.
Like I'm literally bitching about the sexiness of her characters.
Oh yeah, you had like when I at the breakfast table, you're like,
Oh God, no! I had it out with her. I had it out with her for like 2 days about fucking breakfast tortillas because she didn't fucking understand what a torta was, and she Googled it, and she got like the whitest goddamn tortas on the face of the planet. And I'm like, these are not what Mexicans eat. These are what rich white people eat and call tortas.
Okay, but like I changed one of the breakfasts and then I made you keep the pancakes.
Yeah, no, and she would not change the pancakes. Because she's like, the pancakes are adorable. She's like, look, there's strawberries and everything. The pancakes are too cute. I'm not changing it. And I'm like, well, fuck, I'm at an impasse, I guess.
You were called a compromise with your artist.
Although I will say, one person pointed this out to me, and she is right. You made the titties too big on that first page.
Is that really such a thing, though?
Yes, I sent you a character reference sheet for a reason.
Oh, hey, she got whipped cream all over her fingers.
First of all, she aimed at
whipped cream.
13-year-old boys. You have to understand that.
Well, keep in mind, in like 7 pages, we're gonna have a Hellraiser level satanic sacrifice. Okay.
That picture on, I think it's on the Science Wizards like Patreon, but there's one without her wearing the apron.
Oh my God.
It's like a special paid one.
I did not know that.
Hey, not safe for work.
You pervert! You degenerate!
Very cool.
No, she's a great fucking artist. You can see why I wanted her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
very talented.
You do realize that when you join this community, it's made up of 95% perverts.
No,
you do realize that, right?
We were talking about that earlier. I did not realize that. Like that's one of the things I'm
Chris here is a good Christian boy.
Well, I'm as close as you're going to find in the world that makes rated
that
R
is one phrase you do not say.
I'll say this much. One thing I've recently realized is I am probably the single most right-wing person in nerd culture.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Although
All right, without achieving insanity, I am
actually-
probably the
actually
most
thought
right
you
wing.
were a little liberal. I was like, oh, Reckless Trucker's a little light.
No. I'm hardcore liberal. I'm just in specific context. I'm willing to be nice.
I even
Yes.
do Pokemon. If you want to.
I saw that. That was really cute.
Yes.
I like that.
Diana already loves
I
your
don't know
stuff.
if you're like that was really cute. I don't think we're talking about the same Pokemon picture.
Oh, maybe not.
Now she's got to see it.
I know which one she's talking about. No.
Is it on your Patreon one? Is that the one?
There are ones on
Oh,
my
no,
Patreon
no,
too, but
that's
I just
not the
posted
one,
my
no.
Twitter link off to the
Yeah,
side.
Oh,
I got
okay. No, I saw the one on the Patreon. I thought that was cute.
No. Narwhal here, I kid you not, oscillates hardcore between the most adorable, cutesy, like 14-year-old girl stuff you ever seen and hardcore perverted fucking shit.
I don't know.
She
if it's
there is
Are you
no
not-
in between with this woman.
I don't think
You guys are not talking about that Pokemon that's borderline pornographic, are you?
No.
Borderline doesn't exist.
If you
That
click on
border
the-
has been
if you click
destroyed.
on the Twitter
Okay.
link, it's all the bits are covered. If you click on the Twitter link, it's right there.
The areola's
Private
covered
chat.
at least.
Well, hang on. I got to find it again because you know what? I have so many of your pieces of art open right now. Okay, I got to go.
She
now. Hang
posted
on.
them in the StreamYards chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
posted it
got
in
it,
the
and then I couldn't find it in my share screen because I have like 20 of your pictures open right now. It seems like, but I closed them, and now I should be able to find it. No, why isn't it not doing it? Hang on one sec.
You know, from being a nerd with a MacBook that's all fancy and shit.
There we go. I got it now. I got it. All
Just
right.
make sure you look at what you're. Oh, that one. Oh. Oh, scroll out. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Scroll out.
It's blurred.
It
There's
looks
an
like,
unblurred version.
You see what I mean?
But look, it's cute and sexy together.
I can't take my eyes off of Ghastly there. Is that who that is?
Yes, it's
That's
Ghastly.
Ghastly and the Pikachu mimic and
Mimikyu.
yeah, that.
Pokeball.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I like your art so much. This is so cool.
No, but do you see what I mean though? Everything she does is undeniably girly, no matter what. And her own boyfriend apparently told her this, is that no matter, like, what was it you told me about Narwhal? One time you tried to draw something hardcore and brutal, and your boyfriend said it still came off girly.
Yeah, he did. It was something like that. Yeah, and I was like, oh dang it.
But straight up, that's kind of why I want her, because if she can manage to make the satanic sacrifice look girly, that'll be perfect for what I'm trying to achieve with my character in my comic.
I don't think she'd fail. I do not believe you'll be able to take the girl.
No, she is way too girly.
It's awesome. Yeah, she's definitely you have it's a style that's coming across in all your stuff, you know. It's just there. It's good.
The cutified factor.
There's a girliness to every pinch stroke.
If I could draw half as girly, I'd be happy with my women. I'm always aggravated. I don't think they look sexy enough when I do
half
it.
the time. No, your girls look like something Conan the Barbarian would draw half the time, bro.
Well, Frank Frazetta is like an inspiration, you know.
Well, show me. Bring something up. Show me.
Oh yeah, let me see. What should I bring up, Diana?
Anything
you got a female troll?
I don't think I do, but hang on.
Bring up, the Queen Bee or Bee Sting or whatever her name is.
Queen Sting.
Queen Sting. Yes, I will. Hang on.
Yes, that's a good one. Queen Sting looks girly, but you can tell a man drew it.
All right, hang on. I'm going to my drive.
What's in the truckless? You can tell a man drew that one. Yeah.
No,
no.
There's a truth to that.
No, honestly,
Yes, there
like
is.
when I look at his art and Chris is like trying to tried to draw a woman and the breasts are just not like no woman looks like that. Look, they're crooked. This one's sticking this way, that one's sticking
No, but at the same time, Narwhal here will draw. No, but at the same time, Narwhal will here draw exaggerated proportions in breast and female proportions. But at the same time, you can still tell a girl drew it, even though it's exaggerated.
Yeah, well, she has hands-on experience.
That's funny.
All right, I opened the wrong.
I also have a
drive.
lot of references. I have like a folder with my nude models and stuff.
You.
Oh shit. So how, if I might ask, how old are you?
I'm 34.
Wow, cool. Did you go to college
thought you wrote-
for like art?
I did go to college. I went to college for graphic design, but I left after 3 years. I guess 1 year from graduating.
Oh no.
You failure.
I had a 3.5
Hey, I
GPA. I
understand.
was good.
Yeah.
There
Keep
wasn't
in
any
mind
more
that-
art classes left.
Keep in mind, the guy that just yelled failure is the one who's paying you for your artwork.
All right, I'm gonna have to take a screenshot of this because of the way Google.
Oh, what the hell just happened?
Don't you have any images on your computer from the comic with her in?
No, they're all in the cloud, and actually, the posters that I want to grab are over in the Hero Shack Google Drive, and I'm in the another account to do the StreamYard, and it won't share. It's really effed up. And normally I don't keep this stuff like handy, so let me grab the screenshot that I just took, which is right. Where the heck did it go? Come on, girl.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
I heard you. Yeah.
All right. How good or bad is my audio right now?
On a
It's
scale
okay.
of 1
I
to
think
10, it's about a 4.
I'd say it's 8 or 9, maybe.
I'm
even-
probably a little harsh on that.
There's a little something in the background I hear, but I'm not sure what it is.
No, my streaming headset just died, but my truck is also turned off, so it's not as bad as usual.
Hey Chris, I sent you
Yes.
something. I sent you something to Messenger.
Facebook?
There is something about your
Yeah.
voice that reminds me of some character. It's deep, but it doesn't sound old. I don't know what the hell it is.
Well,
How
that's
old
Queen's
are you?
Thing, right?
How old am I?
That's the one you wanted?
I'm
Oh, wait,
48
never mind.
years
Queen
old.
Steve.
I think I like that. I think the wings are really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
I actually want to know the truth. My favorite part of that is just the chair. I had a real blast, even though it's a pattern. I had to go in and like color all the pattern, in the innards.
Hey, zoom in and do a scroll up, boss man. Show her the details.
All right, let's see. It actually pixelates a little. It looks a little better in high def, but that's because I just took a screenshot to get it up.
Mhm.
That doesn't sound.
Real quick, Narwhal, would you agree with me? There's something about Chris's style that is reminiscent of old school, fucking like really, really old school comic books, but it's still good enough to be recognizable as modern.
Yeah, I would say that it does kind of maybe have that look to it.
The thing about
But
it is,
but it's better. Like if you see, it has something about it that looks like old school original first edition Superman, for example. But it's better. The proportions are actually proper.
Well,
Like,
I wouldn't say first edition Superman because this looks way better than stuff. from,
Yeah,
like, the
I don't know if
40s.
I would go back that far.
No, if you go back with super early American comic books, the style was very, like, the human proportions were fucking weird. And the artwork was super simple. Like, I could keep up with that level of artwork. But
what's this
Who's
babe's
that?
name, Perry?
Yeah, that's.
That's Skunk Girl.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
I'm
Doesn't
so
one
glad
Pool
that
have
ended
a
up being a skunk because I was like, that kind of reminds me of a skunk.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Doesn't one pool have a skunk
I
girl
drew
in it?
that as part of Manny's fan art contest. That and a chibi version of that.
All
Hey,
right.
Narwhal, doesn't Ron Poole have a skunk girl?
No, that's Badger Babe.
Oh yeah, Badger Babe and then Badger Bitch once the world gets rewritten.
Yeah.
Also, when the fuck is Troy coming out with number 3?
I don't know. He's got a lot of stuff going on. Like he's doing real life stuff right now.
I know, and I want a number 3. God damn it! Like, what the hell's going on with the rewriting of physical reality? No, he gave some deep lore shit in 1 and 2, and he just ain't answering it yet.
Yeah, he's
I'm
not
sorry.
really online very much right now. I think he only keeps in touch with Josh right now.
I desperately want a Ron Poole 3.
I would too. I would buy it. I've got the other ones.
So do I. I got 2 copies of Ron Poole 1. One of them is in a fucking hanger on my wall.
So, like, have you? Do I call you Strawberry? By the way, is that okay?
You can call me Strawberry or Narwhal.
Okay.
Narwhal's what I've always called her.
Okay, I'll call you Narwhal.
The great
question I have,
Narwhal.
though, is do you have existing comic books, or are you working on your first? Like I see
It would be my first one where I have like the story written out and like the pages mostly written out. Besides tweaking a few things when I get it typed up, but like this would be my first one.
Also follow Science Wizards. So your first comic book is being published through Science Wizards, right?
Yeah, it would go with them.
Follow Science Wizard Comics on Twitter.
By all means, though, don't stop. Never. You're
No,
gonna
her
do
artwork's
well.
fucking gorgeous, ain't it?
Yeah, you're gonna do very well.
So you may not know what it's called, but what's the basic premise of your comic?
Well, like as you can see, like the girl there, she's like an alien, right?
The
And
alien
then you see
babe
the
with
little-
Starbucks.
Yeah, her name's Astra, and then Vega is like the little. He's like actually a stuffed animal. Okay.
I thought so. Sharpen. He's his weakness is sharp objects. All right.
Yeah, because he's stuffed animal.
Oh no! Horrible. That's giving me serious Bleach vibes with the fucking what's his name?
Well, let's see. We have hot baristas from outer space. Interesting.
Okay, let's let her finish the premise.
Well, like so her race of people are mostly like kind of a combination of scientific but also some like warriors or whatever, but they go around to other planets and study them, and they had to crash into Earth, and so that's how they ended up. But her parents died in the crash, and then the Earth government or the United States government took her, and so she got it put in a lab. And so then there was a guy there in the lab, and he's like a younger scientist that really wants to prove himself. Okay.
Is he horny? Is he horny?
No, he's an asshole.
I am surprised
But
considering
because
your artwork.
He wants to prove himself or whatever in one of the science experiments. And he also is an asshole, so that's like her stuffed animal, so he took it from her, and then in one of the experiments he accidentally like combined his soul with the stuffed animal, but also had a memory loss, so he can't remember after that point, and it also ended up causing the lab to explode and stuff. So, and then that's basically the start.
Okay, straight up, I gotta say this much. Until you got to the stuffed animal shit, there's actually a lot of like idealistic crossover between yours and Cyclopean from Chris here.
I never read that.
Yeah, same
We
here.
have the same. Well, we
Hey,
have the
Chris,
same
Chris,
premise
if you
with the,
can,
child-
send her the video advertisement, the first one for Cyclopean.
I will. But
Yeah.
listen, I hate to do this. Diana and I are about to die here. Because
they're old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be up to work tomorrow.
That and I'm up at 5:30 in the morning.
Oh shit! Fair enough. Holy crap!
I will definitely send you the Cyclopean stuff, but if you'd like,
you
I'd
can
love
just
to have
send
you
it to
back
me in
on to talk
DM.
about this stuff. What's that?
I was just gonna say
You could just send it to me in the DM so that you guys
Yeah,
can go
I
to
will,
bed,
I
you
will.
know, and I'll watch it.
And then
But go ahead. honey.
Herman Hunter just showed up. I want to say
Hey, brother.
to him.
Hey, Herman.
Bad timing. Jesus Christ.
Well, that is what happens, right? When you go, we were just texting each other behind the scenes, and it's like, oh my gosh, we're tired, right? And of course, Herman is one of her favorite authors.
Yeah.
But I especially want to let you know, anytime you want to come and talk about your art, you're more than welcome, Strawberry. This stuff is awesome. It's just mind blowing how well
Beautiful.
you have it.
I told you, Narwhal, you should have
Chris would
muted
be
him. He's
very
dope.
inspired too.
Unmuted. He's unmuted now.
So
Well,
we
that's
have,
not why you should unmute me. But
Just
you're
avoid the politics, all right?
So listen,
Yeah.
my daughter Krista is also an artist. She's 29, kind of close to your age. Her stuff is fantastic. I think you guys are very
She's actually
similar.
older than I am.
Very similar.
That's awesome.
In styles for sure.
Sorry about peer pressuring you onto your Narwhal, but I thought it'd be great for you and me to talk about comics with people that I know love comics.
Yeah, this is fine.
I'm so
If
glad
I
you
didn't want to come on, I would just be like, no.
Well, I love your response. I told her I was sorry for being a dick and chat or something. She sends back Thanos. I don't know who you are. I'm like,
I don't even know your name.
I don't remember the vast majority of my interactions, other than like the bad interactions or anything with people.
Right.
Like I don't memory that or hold a
Exactly.
bunch of little grudges. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's why we have been managing to be friends, even though we get into arguments once a month.
Yeah, probably. It takes too much energy to do that.
well, to be honest,
I'm the same way.
I didn't really remember until he said that I had offended you, and I went back and honestly, I don't have that many conversations where I think I could have made somebody mute me. But you were one of the ones that came up. I'm like, was it the Starbucks guy? And at first, you didn't think so, and then you post as much as I do, if not more. We're going through your timeline, trying to get down to where the interaction was. And I'm like, I'm going to give up. My finger is getting numb.
Yeah,
so you remember, but
I work at home, and I can post while I'm working. So
I'm IT, so I do the same thing. If I'm sitting there and watching a computer load, I just tick, 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 tick. Yeah.
Well, this is what happens when you do graphic design freelance.
Mm-hmm.
You work
Hey,
from
but
home
seriously,
and you do
Narwhal,
both.
you should look into Cyclopean. The artwork is dope, and it's reminiscent of an old school style, but the perspectives actually work.
I'll
Like
send
the
you
human form.
actually, yeah, I have it free online, so I'll send you the PDF through the direct message. But I probably will wait till tomorrow because I'll probably pass out as soon as I log off. It sounds funny.
Oh,
but
people.
last night I slept from 7 to 11. I woke up and went back to bed. I woke up at 11, stayed up till 2, and then slept till 5, and then I've been up since. My sleep cycle when the box got shipped got all screwed up.
Real quick, Chris, I do not mean to sound rude when I say this, but everyone else in this group, does that not sound like your grandpa's sleep cycle?
You know what? I'm down with that. I embrace my age.
Chris, that's so funny. Yeah, but
And I am
I
a
go to bed.
granddad now.
Listen, we are grandparents, but listen, I go to sleep and I do not wake up until 5:30 or 6, until the puppy starts demanding attention. So I sleep right through. He's up and down all over the place. It's kind of sad, actually. I said, that's the worst night's sleep ever. There you go.
My best art comes in those little chunks that I wake up in.
Those psychotic 2 a.m. wake ups.
That's when he does all his drawing and coloring.
No, straight the fuck up. like I got like 3 OCs that I want to create characters and comic book stories around, and every single OC is made out of a 2 a.m. psychotic wake up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I know that one. I know that one.
Not me,
Oh,
guys.
the cover
I
Rick-
split the
the
pillow
cover
and I
Rick's
don't wake
using
up till
today.
morning.
The
What's
cover
that,
I
Chris?
did for Rick, the cover I did for Rick for Canadian Shield,
Yeah.
the one that he has, that was one of those 2 a.m. get up, and I was like, oh, I have this idea, and that's where that came from. Yeah.
What else gonna say?
All right, well, I'm gonna head out because I am fucking plastered right now, and I got a delivery at like 2 p.m.
Oh God.
All right, man. Well,
I
thanks for
got
coming
more
in.
than enough time for that 2 p.m. delivery and drunkenness,
Oh my God.
but I better not fucking push it.
Well, you be
I hear
careful.
you, brother.
No,
Narwhal, thank you for coming.
real quick, before I get off, Narwhal,
Yeah.
thanks for coming on and being amenable with Hero Shack here. You're not gonna regret it, even though y'all's first interaction wasn't great.
Oh dear God. All right, Reckless. Good night. Be good.
Yeah, brother.
All right, night. Love every one of you, especially Narwhal, because she's my artist and I fucking need to keep her on my side.
There you go. Holy cow.
Later, guys.
Later, Reckless.
I guess I have to say goodnight to everybody, like Rick and Terry and Narwhal.
I know. Yeah.
And, but
I
really,
was just. Go ahead.
go
Chris.
ahead. No, you go, bro.
Okay, I was just gonna try and remind you to read through the Snowdrift and get me your thoughts back.
Yes,
or
actually,
stuff.
I've got Friday off, so that's probably I'm probably going to read it tomorrow, but by Friday, and I will have that other picture which you can use as an online pinup or whatever you want for. But that's just driving me crazy every time I've redrawn it several times, and when I do it in rough, it has a lot of energy. But it's like whenever I go to detail it, it loses all its power, and it looks like it just looks stiff. So I'm trying to make it unstiff.
Well, if you've got the black and white, if you will, the line art, maybe send it to me to color.
I'll send you a bunch of it, and then you can decide for yourself. But every time I finish it, I'm like, "Oh, look, it's a coloring book."
Oh, that's
and
all
I'm
right.
trying to maintain that energy, and it's like it's just,
Well,
I don't know. You'll see.
they don't happen when it's supposed to happen. You know that. That's how
Yeah,
your
well.
things work. But I'm
It's
heading
all-
out, guys, because I'm exhausted and I got a big day tomorrow. And
Diana.
Strawberry Narwhal, I don't know which one to call you, Strawberry or Narwhal. Thank you so much for joining us. And don't let Chris's harshness get you going. Just kind of do what I do. Yeah.
Well, she
okay,
did
honey.
great. She muted me, which most people would just block me. Thank you for that, by the way.
I mute more than I block.
I do too.
Muting's like a timeout for from my eyes.
Yep. Yeah.
If I block you, you like fucked up like really bad, or you're a bot, or like something.
You're just a complete moron, and I don't want to be associated with you. Thank you very much.
Well, yeah, no, I know what she means. There is that difference because I usually mute too. But when I meant to make sure that I didn't block you when we were talking about you at first. And there's only 3 people I have blocked, and you weren't blocked or muted.
Right.
But I saw Strawberry Bitch. I didn't know you changed the name. I'm like, damn,
Oh
that's
yeah,
not
it's
her.
because it's
Yeah,
because
he told us.
somebody below one of my posts said you should just call yourself Strawberry Bitch, and I was like, okay, request accepted, and then they blocked me.
Yeah. Well,
they couldn't take being trolled back.
That's funny.
It was great.
It is.
So
All
I
right.
guess you're more than welcome to come back anytime. Well, only on Wednesdays. That's when we do it. And we're just gonna kill it for tonight.
Okay,
So
yeah, you guys
everybody-
get good sleep and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you too.
Good
Rick,
meeting.
do you have any projects? You got Kickstarter in demand, right?
No, Kickstarter is gone because.
Or I meant
it didn't
Indiegogo
fund.
in demand.
Yeah, but yeah, Indiegogo is in demand for Canadian Shield 2 and more, which consists of Canadian Shield 2 and Snowdrift number 1. And except for doing corrections, Snowdrift is all done.
Yes. All right.
And
then.
so I just got to do a page for Timothy, and then I got to start work on finishing the rest of Canadian Shield, which hopefully will be done before the end of November at this point.
Dun 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 dun. Very cool. All right, so guys, I'm gonna click the go offline exit broadcast thingy.
Good night, guys.
Yeah,
Good night.
thank you, everybody.
Good night. Nice meeting you, Narwhal.
Nice meeting you.
Yes,
Thank you, Narwhal.